Bam, 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 bam. Or can you say something?
Bum, 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 bum.
Bum, 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 bum. Okay.
This should be the opening music instead.
Hello and welcome to the Bad Haircast, episode 6, a podcast where we talk about the latest and greatest in hair, fashion, and...
Yeah. I mean, that's actually a new development. We didn't start talking about hair until episode 5. I'm not joking.
Is that why I'm on Token Jufro?
Well, actually, if you look at the Google Doc about things that we might talk about, one thing I want to talk about is your hair. Because, actually, one thing...
Well, can you introduce this guy first to our
shit.
loyal listener of, Raquel and maybe someone else?
Well, I guess, yeah, so today we have... So I'm here, Francisco, we got Chris on my right.
Hello, it's me again.
Co-host. And special guest, Oz, is with us today.
Hi.
In the studio.
Oz is his name.
Yep.
Oz isn't short for anything. It's just Oz.
No, it's just Oz. That's what everyone asks, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought I just cleared the air for following.
Yeah.
I know, because I know the answer to that already.
Yeah, that's good, though, because literally everyone asks.
Yeah,
so I'm sure that's what everyone
And now
thinks
no one
when
will
they
have
see
to
it.
ask again,
Yeah.
because it's on the record.
Yeah, I guess Oz and we have been friends for a while now. I don't know, since freshman year, I guess.
Yeah.
We lived in the
Gotta
same
read Tower
town.
Rooms.
Yeah,
East
same
Town.
dorm. And then we were, mentors at the same
Yeah.
time.
Oh,
telling
Yeah.
freshmen how to live their
Sophomore
lives,
year.
even though we had no, basis to, why listen to us? Look at us.
That was a fun group, mentor group.
Yeah, no, it was, yeah.
It was
I
good
think,
times.
personally, I got a lot of experience out of that. I really enjoyed doing that.
Yeah.
But to me, it was kind of a one-and-done thing, living with freshmen. I had a single, though, which is really nice, and free laundry and, communal bathrooms.
All the joys of human life.
I loved it, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was great.
I actually regret it because I feel like we, I love that mentor group a lot. I like all the people in it, but I feel like I'm not, we didn't make enough an effort. And I feel responsible because I was the head mentor, so I was supposed to kind of facilitate this. But I feel like we make enough an effort to hang out, all of us, all the time. And
I
now
think we did a good amount that
yeah, I
year.
think we did.
We haven't stayed in touch.
Yeah,
since then.
we don't live in the same building anymore, and
Yeah.
Right.
we're all busy with our own stuff now.
Yeah.
But I think that year we definitely hung out a good amount.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true.
And not just from our weekly meetings, but just from just doing stuff as people.
And seeing
Those
each
weekly
other.
meetings are great because we got nothing done.
Oh, yeah.
It took an hour.
Mm-hmm. To do
pretty
nothing.
Yeah, we would just make jokes the whole time. And
Yeah.
then Fran would be like, "Oh wait, guys, there's 2 things on our agenda."
God, that was great.
Francisco, a true leader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd follow you anywhere.
I think that was my first
To
time
war.
leading anything at all, and it was just and I haven't improved much since then, but it was it was pretty bad in general. And then I'd go to staff meeting with the RAs and be like, so what do you guys talk about in the mentor meeting? And I'd be like, oh shit, I need to make up something or sound like we're doing things that are productive. I don't know.
What can you see yourself leading in the future? What's something you want to be in charge of one day?
Wow, what a great question. Actually, so I'm taking this video game class right now about making. It's called Video Game Design, Prototyping, and Production.
Mm-hmm.
And we
TPP.
yeah IUDPP and the oh shit. And
Did you forget what your class is about?
Oh yeah. Oh, and so I'm in this group, and the the group was kind of dysfunctional. Not dysfunctional, but we were having group dynamic issues. Is the way that the professor described it.
PC explanation.
Exactly. And so it was just the chemistry between us for some reason was kind of rough. And at some point, we made 2 video games. No, well, we made 3 actually. So the first one was during a game jam that was a 24-hour thing or 48-hour thing. And they cranked it out, and there were like already group dynamic issues, but like it was fine because it was for like 48 hours.
Okay.
The second game was like a 3-week thing, and it was like the issues kind of like presented themselves more, and like we had this like one moment where we were supposed to deliver something, and we were just like, sorry,
Excuse me.
We told the professor like 10 minutes before the deadline, like we don't have anyone to program the game right now, so we're not going to give you anything that works right now. Yeah. And he was like, guys, that's not good. So we basically had to talk with him, and we named, and I was like, I'm going to step up and like produce and like be like the manager and produce things. And it was like kind of cool to do that. Right. I don't know.
I heard through the grapevine, a.k.a. Sam, who I was talking with, that the group fell apart.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Our very own Sam, yes.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So we finished that third game, and I was producing it, and now it was, like, cool. I felt, like, very in charge, which is, like, something that, like, was cool.
Yeah.
But also
the power can get to your heads, my friend.
Exactly. I just felt like, yeah, it was good. But it was weird because, like, there was points where I was like, I want to, like, have like creative dictatorship over this, and like all the design and all the decisions be like stem from me, and like if you disobey me, then like this game's gonna be horrible or whatever. But it was actually really good because like I felt like most of the ideas, it was like this ridiculous game about a marshmallow alien dog that threw guns at shit.
Yeah, you've talked about this before.
Yeah, so it's a weird game, but like, and a lot of that weirdness, like that's not me. That was like that came from like my weird group members, and like they're like really creative and stuff. So, like I felt like I was like able to like produce it, but not like most. It was like I was like facilitating shit. Yeah. So I felt very rewarded by that. But then we fell apart. Yeah. But then like, the professor was like, so do you, I mean, this is like pretty good, but do you still want to split up? And we were like, I mean, we're down. So, but like the thing is, by the end of it, it wasn't like, yeah, like I need to split it. It was more just like I felt like we grew and we were like finally cohesing, if that's a word. But
close enough.
Yeah. But like but I was like still, so I was like proud of where we got to. But I'm, like, down to, I don't know, work in another group and have a different experience.
Yeah. DTW, down to work.
Yeah, down to work.
Sorry, I just keep saying random acronyms whenever you say stuff.
DTW, brah. But, yeah, now I'm in Sam Reardon's group. Shout out to Sam. And
who is in bad haircuts, so I don't know. We need to give a shout out.
And now this new game we're making is, did she explain it to you? Or did they explain it to you? So, okay, it's a dating sim.
I know. Oh yes, yeah. Keep going. Yeah. It's such a great idea.
But like the restriction that we have for this video game is that it has to be a fable. So it's a Beauty and the Beast dating sim where the Beast like has to woo these like different suitors, and they're all these like it's like Sam's brainchild. So it's these like super weird like hilarious like suitors. Like one of them's like a cow, and it's not like anthropomorphized. I don't know if that's the word. Like, a cow or anything, it's, like, literally just a cow. Yeah. So you try to, like, seduce it, and it just goes, like, moo.
It's like the most Sam thing.
I just love weird, like, there was, like, the bird dating simulator. Like, where everyone, they're, like, all people, but they just they're just birds. Like, who just talk like human beings. The strangest thing ever.
The hateful boyfriend.
Yeah, and there was one where you're dating like literal pieces of meat.
Okay. Is this an entire genre that I don't know about, like abstract dating sims?
I sure hope it is.
Here's the thing: since we're making this dating sim, I had to do some research, and so like, which part of the research?
So you know too much about this now.
Yeah, it's like so. Dating sims have been around for a while, and they mostly started out as just like labors of love that were put on the internet. That people would just, like, make in, like, I don't know, like, whatever, like, Flash or whatever, and they were, like, is it mostly a Japanese thing, too? Like, they're really big in Asia. But, like, so they started as, like, these things, and, like, but now, as with, like, anime, like, there's all these, like, tropes and stuff that a lot of these, like, dating sims have in common, and now there's these new dating sims that are coming out that are good, but they're also parodies of, like, the whole genre, and so, like, they're still good, and they still, like, they're not, like, making fun of it and saying, like, oh, this is dumb, but it's just, like, they're really good dating sims on their own, but also they, like, kind of make fun of, like, the whole, like, the tropes and stuff.
Okay, so dating sim is actually a genre. I was thinking it'd be a like a reality show, but a video game, like an MTV, like Tila Tequila Finds Love, the game,
Rock of Love,
right. Yeah,
like Bachelor
of Love,
the game.
yeah,
Blank of Love,
yeah. It's kind of like that, I guess. Sometimes.
It's more like role playing, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you are someone who's trying to like, go out and date with people and find connections with staff. I've never played any of these. I haven't, and I wouldn't be embarrassed to have played them, but I just haven't played them because I'm not interested in those games.
I totally remember playing some when I was younger and just feeling weird at trying to woo this 2D anime girl and being oh, she's attractive.
Yeah, and you're not doing it as yourself. You're doing it as a character.
Still doing it. What?
Yeah, you're doing it not as yourself, but as a character, right?
I mean, but the best part of the Sims games was just making them have sex.
You're trying to get to the...
Yeah, well, if you buy the
I also
bed,
played the Sims.
You never played the Sims?
No.
Oh, man.
I played, Sim... Not even Sim City. I had Sim Town when I was a kid. What a bad game.
I think the Sims games are all actually kind of bad in some ways, but they're just kind of funny. I don't know. They, make funny noises.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, isn't the premise of that you're basically playing gods, these little, simulated people?
Yeah.
And you don't actually play as any of them.
No, I think that in some of them you have, a main person that you are, but you can always, be God and, control other people, too, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, right. It's yeah, most, if you're, you have all these people in, the house, and, you have, maybe, you're one person, but...
Yeah. Put someone in a swimming pool, and then you take the ladder out. Or, I don't know, put someone in a house, catch it on fire, and then remove the doors. That's what I've heard, things that people have done.
Oh, I don't think I was that sadistic. In Roller Coaster Tycoon, I did that shit, but in Sims, they're, too real. So.
Pouring a bottle of water into the ant farm, that's, the equivalent to that. You're just, pouring water into this house, except it's not water, it's fire, and I don't know. It's not ants, it's people. I don't know, I don't play these games.
No, but I just remember them, always, you'd hear them talk to each other, and it'd be and it sounded like maybe they were saying something, but then they never, it's just noises.
It's like they've developed their own dialect.
Yeah.
I remember someone proposed a Sims movie at one point, but, what would that be about if Sims is just, about... simulating life. Would it just be about life? I don't know. That'd be interesting if it was I don't know, a stranger than fiction sort of thing. Someone is controlling all these people, they don't realize they're being controlled.
Like the Truman Show.
Yeah. Oh dear God, you were at 95% quota. Yeah, I don't know why. Okay, let's.
What should we do?
Just leave it. We'll see what happens. Okay. Yeah, no, I've never... So, Beauty and the Beast dating sim, huh?
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Wait, who do you play as?
You play as the Beast. You are the Beast.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Okay, alright, I missed that part.
Right.
Or just forgot stupidly.
Yeah, and to turn back into a human, you need to marry one of these suitors within 7 days, so...
Okay.
It's kind of like The Bachelor. I would say we're going to be as big as The Bachelor. Hopefully.
That show's still on, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Because, it's one of those things that, I know, I hear people talk about it sometimes, and it's always surprising that, I don't even know when that show began. Because I remember watching, because I had a little TV in my room.
Yeah.
I think I just had The Bachelor on, when I was just, I just fell asleep to it. So, I have a very distinct memory of The Bachelor when I was a very little kid. Even, I didn't give a shit about any of this. And they keep switching off, The Bachelor, then The Bachelorette.
Yeah. So
and I always read that, these relationships, these marriages never, end up, okay, they always break up at the end.
I feel
after the show.
I feel like I know so much about that show for never having seen a second of it.
Hey, tell me everything.
At all. So, I don't know, I just have a lot of friends who, get, watch groups together. It's, a thing. At least in my high school, there were, multiple groups of girls who would get together every night, Friday, I don't know when it's on, Monday or something, and watch The Bachelor. And I don't know. So I do know that it happens year round because they go straight from The Bachelor to The Bachelorette, and then there's a third one which is even more risque. I can't remember what it's called. But that one's the even less classy one. But so what happens, like, is that if you get, like, near the finals of The Bachelor or something, but you, like, don't win, then you become the next one.
Yeah, okay. Then you look for love and stuff. Yeah.
No, I know. I have friends that do watch parties, like right now in college. I have friends that do that right now. Yeah.
I think I know people, too.
It's, like, big. Yeah.
I thought people do, like watching parties for, like, Walking Dead or, like... I don't know, How to Get Away with Murder or some shit like that. But, like, for The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, okay.
It's like a phenomenon.
I feel like it's not something you want to watch by yourself, too.
Yeah.
Like, that's just kind of sad you're watching The Bachelor by yourself.
But the thing is, I've heard people that are like us, like, I would never want to watch that show, but, like, that have said that, and then they have friends that, like, they'll come home, and their, like, roommates are watching it, and they sit down and just, like, they're hooked.
You, like, drink some wine and, like, laugh at the stupidity, but then...
Is that the personal movement? Like, are people, like, trying to, like, see themselves in these people, or they're, like, imagining their own
I think they get attached to
it,
somewhat. I mean, you laugh at the stupidity of it, but you also get attached to, like, characters, I think.
And I think you also, like, love to hate some of the characters.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I've been, like, there's, like, this, like, I don't know, I forget what her name is, but, like, I had a friend who hated this one character and was like, oh, she's such a bitch.
Like, your friend's name?
Yeah, no, I think it was Alicia.
It's interesting that you say character, though, because these are real people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
it's like played like they are characters in a way, I guess.
It is a real...
It's like, what's the stupidity of it? Is this melodramatic?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's just a ridiculous concept that you're just going to get, like, 20 of the opposite sex people and then make them do challenges for your life.
Yeah.
And you're going to find love that way. Like, that's just... No one can take that seriously, I think.
Yeah. Reality television is something that I've never had a strong understanding or connection to. I remember watching the very first season of Survivor. Like the first one ever.
Survivor was, like, huge when that was, like, first came out. It was, like, the first, like, reality show, right?
Yeah.
Right. It's still big.
It's still going. I don't know. I'm always surprised that it still exists.
Jeff Probst or whatever his name is, but yeah, that dude, I believe is still... Yeah, and also the whole, like, the phrase voting off the island is such a thing. Like, I still say that to this day, even though, like, I don't give a shit about Survivor anymore, but... I used to watch this show called The Mole.
The Mole?
The Mole. So, let's see, it was an ABC thing. I think Anderson Cooper used to host it.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's how I got big.
God, what the hell is the premise? So, like, they do all these, like, these challenges, like scavenger hunts or, like, some sort of physical challenge, like, amongst all these contestants. And one of them is actually someone who works for the show. He's, like, he or she is the mole. And it's, like, deliberately, like, sabotaging the challenges.
Nice.
And they basically, the winner... also, the way you get eliminated for this show is at the end of, like, every, like, episode, they all do a quiz on, like, who the mole is. Like, what did the mole, like, was involved in this? Or did the mole wear, like, this color shirt or something like that? And, like, they all keep journals to, like, for themselves to, like, keep track of things that are going on. And then, like, they form alliances. Like, okay, we gotta figure out who the mole is. I think it's this people, so I'm gonna form an alliance with you. And the winner is basically, like, whoever, like, is left at the end and, like, actually gets all these questions right. And it was actually a really compelling show, because, like, I didn't know who the fuck the mole was. And they, like, all these... Yeah, they're like, all these, like, Easter eggs and stuff, like, all these little clues, like, who it is. It was actually, like, a lot to, like, dig through. It was, like, genuinely, like, fascinating to me.
I mean, that sounds better than a lot of the other
ones. No, there was like some real intrigue. It was like something that, like, we, the audience, could also, like, participate in.
It's like a big game of Mafia.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like a prolonged...
Yeah, going on for week after week, starring Anderson Cooper as the host.
I'm almost surprised. I, like, don't believe that they didn't figure out... That it took them so long to figure out who the mole is, though. Because, like, unless they're, I feel like they'd be, like, super good as a mole to, like, not get caught.
Yeah, and, like, like, some people, like, a strategy that people can do is that they pretend to be the mole just to throw people off, so they do badly in the quizzes.
All right.
Why is that a good strategy?
So, like, let's see, I remember the last season ever, before it got, untimely canceled, these two people had an alliance, and, like, one of them was like, okay, I'm pretty sure it's this girl, Angela, because she's been, like, fucking everything up. So I'm pretty sure it's her. When I do the quiz, I'm going to go, like, all Angela.
Okay.
And then he got eliminated. So his friend in the alliance knew it was not her, and he won at the end.
But, like... Is that other friend gonna split the money? Who won?
No. I'm unfortunate for that guy, but at least that other guy got at the end. And like that last season, I genuinely like was surprised. Like, it was shocked by like who the was. He was like the nicest dude in the whole show. I was like, I feel so betrayed. Yeah. But hey, you got me. But like, man, I missed that show.
Damn. Well, I guess, like, yeah, they do a good job.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
I've never seen The Amazing Race, which I heard was, like, super popular.
I always saw ads for it on CBS, right? You, like, watch How I Met Your Mother, and then there'd be a ton of Amazing Race ads.
Right.
I've never seen it.
I don't know if I got the premise for that show. They just, like, get from one place to the other.
It's like a big scavenger hunt kind of thing, like, across the country.
Okay, I can see why there would be some intrigue in there.
Is it across the country, or is it, like, in, like, Europe? I thought it was...
it might be in Europe. I don't know. It might be.
It looks like something like, worldwide, like around the world in 80 days.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because that was the original Amazing Race, was like getting around the world.
Yeah. Unfortunately, my first exposure to that story was the Jackie Chan movie.
Oh, shit.
Oh, with the balloon?
The Disney one, yeah. I was a dumb kid, so I thought that was a good movie.
But the most effed up reality show I've ever heard of, I haven't seen. I read this article about it. It was like this Japanese show where this guy was locked in an apartment and had to just survive off of things he could win by like sweepstakes. So like so he would like every day he would just get handed like a shit ton of magazines, and he'd like fill out all of these like sweepstakes to like, you know, like your chance to win blah blah blah.
Oh my god.
So like he like just had nothing, but somehow like it was really messed up because like of course, you know, that's like abduction in some sense, but he also like signed the contract, so it was unclear if he was ever
what does
actually
he get out of this? Why does he do this?
I don't know. So there was like a door that he just like assumed was locked or something.
Sure.
But he was like literally starving to death. He was like going insane.
God.
And then it became a Truman Show thing. It became a Truman Show thing because he would like be recording these like there was like a camera always running, and he like had to change the tapes or whatever. And then like he became famous in there. He was in there for a year, and the show was really popular in Japan. And like he was like
crazy.
Like he didn't have any clothes like ever, and like he would like just like actually like started going insane. So then I think eventually the premise was he had to win like $1 million worth of stuff, or maybe not $1 million, probably a lot less than that, but like maybe like $10,000 worth of stuff, and then he could like be free and like get out.
That just sounds downright inhumane to me.
So he gets out, like he finally gets enough, and then he gets out, and then they're like, oh, congrats, and then they like they feed him, and like give him all these nice things, and
finally,
and then he wakes up and he's like in another room, like in like Korea or something.
What the fuck?
I think he left after that one though. He did not finish that one.
Oh no!
You're like, no, guys,
that's terrible.
I know. I think there was a podcast about it. I think it was This American Life on it.
Okay, that poor really man. That's like Old Boy and Truman Show combined for like the worst parts of both of those. Oh my god!
But they would put these really bad like sound effects. It'd be like he like would be losing his mind, and then he'd like slip, and it'd be like like, and he was naked the whole time. So they couldn't show his stuff, so they would show like really like I don't know, like an eggplant in place of like his like junk and stuff, like just really like
classy.
Like silly like stuff, while this guy's like really miserable.
While he's like losing his sanity, like in front of the television.
They were like making it like playful, but then if you thought about it, it's like this guy's going insane.
Yeah,
he's losing his mind.
So, I was wondering, because like Japanese game shows that I know of are like very quirky and stuff. I'm like, that's such a dark premise, but then they add all the quirks in there, like the fucking like human Tetris thing, like that YouTube video. Have you seen that?
I've not seen it.
So it's just like they have these walls coming to you, and they're shaped in a very specific way. They have to fit themselves through the walls coming toward them, or else they fall in the water. Or like I remember, really I think it was on Reddit, but like there was this I don't know if this was like a one-time episode thing, or if it was like an actual show that ran on for a time. But there was one where they put someone in a room, like a normal room, with like all these objects, and one of the objects is made out of chocolate. So the contestant has to keep biting things until they figure out where the chocolate is.
Until they figure out which one it is?
I don't know. I didn't watch the whole thing. It was just weird. It was too weird for me.
How could you not tell? Like, did it have a wrapper on it? Like, you just couldn't tell, like, what's chocolate?
I guess it was, like, colored in a certain way. Like I don't know, like, this piano in front of us could be, like, chocolate, or, like, this microphone could be chocolate. So you gotta keep, like, biting things or looking at things and figure out which one's chocolate.
Honestly, I guess if you, like, use, like, good food coloring or whatever, you can, like, make anything look like chocolate.
I don't know if I want, like, chocolate that looks like a speaker or something.
Yeah,
like
I feel like you would.
But, like, what if it was? Like, what if you could just take a bite out of that juicy speaker? Like, what if everything was made of chocolate and you can just, like, everything, like...
just
like,
melt.
True.
Do you know what would be a funny twist?
Damn,
if they had something,
logic.
If they had something that looks like chocolate but wasn't made out of chocolate.
Oh, yeah. It's like a Hershey's bar that's just like a brick.
It's like I forget what I was gonna say, but yeah, no, Japanese game shows are very weird. I'm like starting to get confused by like the line between game show and reality show.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know like the formal definition for reality show.
Because, I mean, Survivor, there was, like, a game in some sense.
Right.
But it was still a reality show because you, like, saw their lives, too. I don't know.
Yeah, like, there's, like a personality aspect to it, not just the... Not just the actual game that they're playing. So maybe that's it. Because, like, that's... Because, I really loved The Mole. And, like, one of the intriguing parts was, like, the people's personalities and how they kind of, like... formed alliances or like hated each other, or how some people like were scheming, but some people were like, I just want to have a fun time. And just the contrast between these people like was really interesting to me. But like, I don't know, like those biting things until you find chocolate. I don't think that's really personality based. Just more like a dumb game that you play for laughs, I guess, like Ninja Warrior. Really, like
that's a game.
Yeah, it's more of a game show, not a reality show. I don't know. We can console Wikipedia.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I only watched Flavor Flav's Taste of Love to find out who would win. I didn't really.
Was it Taste of Love or Flavor of Love?
Flavor of Love.
Flavor of Love.
That makes more sense.
Flavor Flav.
Taste of Love is like a Food Network show. I don't know. Like,
Taste.
Flavor Flav. I only know him from his image and not from his actual work.
I
just know he wears a clock around his neck.
Yeah,
that's all I know.
Really,
that's the most famous thing. Like, and he got roasted.
I'm sure
on
he has
Central.
like if someone played his most famous song. I think I knew it at one point, but like
maybe, yeah.
Speaking of Flavor Flav, Oz, this is very important. So we are the Bad Haircast, and I feel like. Something I want to do is every person talk about what are your opinions on hair and hair stylings and
just your opinion on hair
and your hair and hair in general.
Okay.
Do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, I have thoughts.
Yeah.
In general about hair. So I have very curly hair that is pretty Jufro-y right now. I think that I don't care that much about my appearance. I think I'm aware that my hair looks better when it's shorter.
Okay.
That at some point it just gets so long it looks like a Jufro and it's just not it's not good. It's just funny.
Are you saying is it too long right now or?
I think it's okay right now.
Okay.
I'd probably cut it if I wanted to look my best.
Yeah.
But I don't really care that much because I don't know. I've been in a long-term relationship, so I don't have to. She actually likes it longer too.
Gotcha.
My girlfriend. So I feel like I don't have that much incentive to be like, oh, I'm gonna have my hair all nice and stuff.
Because you're not trying to impress anyone necessarily. I like the curls. My dad had super a fro.
Yeah.
Curls. They're cool.
I'm also just trying to live it up now because everyone in my family is bald. Every man in my family is bald, so I know it's gonna happen.
Have you seen it start to happen?
Not to me.
Word.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, which is not—nothing, because I think my dad's hair started fraying by his mid-20s, so there might have been evidence by now.
Oh, boy.
Maybe, did your grandfather have good hair, balding-wise, or?
Yeah. Oh, before balding?
Did he bald early, or?
I don't know. He's very bald now. I don't know what age he did. Because it's supposed to be like your mother's dad is the one that matters.
Oh,
right?
really?
Yeah,
That's a thing?
I think so. I think because it's on the X chromosome or whatever.
What?
Like, the most common male pattern baldness gene is on the X chromosome.
This is blowing my mind right now.
So it would come from your mom. Like, your mom gives you the X. So she would have the gene, and so it matters if her dad is.
Yeah, I've been worrying about because my dad's side of the family has been like, their hairline starts to recede at a certain point, but now I gotta call her tonight after this.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a thank you. I'm very happy we asked about hair. I'm learning so much.
I know a lot, yeah.
I thought it was going to joke, but I learned something very interesting and, helpful today. Yeah. I was going to get a haircut today, but I've actually never done this. So instead of going out to a barber or a hair cuttery or a supercut, something like that, I asked a friend of mine to cut my hair. I asked Grace, or her friend Grace, to cut my hair. She cannot tonight, but I've never done that before. I've always gone to a place to get my hair cut.
Yeah.
I think besides my aunt cutting my hair when I was a little kid, I've just always had it done by a professional. So I don't know if that's ever worked out for you guys. Just getting a person, just a regular person who to cut your hair.
I'm just scared.
Yeah, me
of
too.
doing that. Yeah.
I haven't done it. My girlfriend cuts her friend's hair a lot, and she for some reason wants to cut my hair. She think it'd be fun. I'm like, no.
Really?
Yeah.
Even that.
I'm
okay.
No, because then it's I don't think I even have a good reason at this point. It's just funny to tease her about it. But also if your friend cut your hair and you really didn't like it.
Yeah.
Then it's not just you're mad at some silly barber. You're
mad at your friend.
Yeah.
That's awkward.
It's a lot of pressure, I feel.
Grace, I trust you.
Every time you speak to them after that, you have that memory and what they did to you.
Yeah.
To your hair.
You know what you did.
Have you always had the same hairstyle? Or has it ever changed? Progressed?
I pretty much go between cutting it short and then letting it grow out for a couple months.
Yeah.
I don't think I do that much different in terms of style.
I feel I've seen it not not buzz, but super.
Yeah, I
short,
get it
right?
pretty short when I get it cut a lot of the time, so I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
So I only get it cut once every 4 months or something.
Yeah, I saw this image because it's weird because right now that you don't have it short, it's no, this is what you always look like. But then, but now it's no wait, I'm remembering. Sometimes it is very short.
People always think, when I have a beard, they're oh my god, haven't you always had a beard? I'm no, literally 2 months ago I didn't. People just assume the way I am right now is the way I've always been.
Yeah. I think I've been under that group of people.
Same.
Yeah.
Just for, everything about me. Man.
See, the thing is, I want to save $20-$30. Yes, as stingy as that sounds.
No,
I just don't want to go out to get my
haircuts are expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much.
And then you got to tip, or do you? I don't know.
Yeah. No, I usually tip. My hair cutting dude or dudette. But
barber.
I don't know. I've always said you can go to the barber or you can go to Supercuts. Wait, are the people at Supercuts not barbers?
I think barbershop implies
hair stylists.
Yeah.
Barbers they have their own shop or whatever.
Yeah. It's one person's thing.
The red, white, blue thing.
Yeah, the little candy cane thing.
I've never understood what that is. It's the
international,
the universal barber.
Yeah.
Barbers Unite. I have no
That's
idea.
the other thing is I've never found a barber I really like in Pittsburgh. So I get my hair cut more often when I'm home. I try to get it cut.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've gone to a couple different places and they've all been okay. Supercuts is Supercuts.
Right.
Same anywhere, I feel.
Yeah, if you know exactly what you want, then Supercuts or any of those places are fine. They're just gonna do an acceptable job.
Yeah.
And I feel you probably have your constant, or you have that one that you always go to at home.
Yeah, that I'm okay, I like this place.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, makes sense.
For that, the guy who used to cut my hair back home, his name's Art.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Art. I have not seen him in a while because he keeps moving between different jobs, but he did a great job.
Mm-hmm.
rest in peace. No, he's still around. If you're listening to this, Art, please come back. No one can do it like you. It's like, my hair is just so thick.
Yeah.
It's so voluminous. There's just so much. Like, I said this last week, but it's like...
Brandon stroked Chris very sensually.
He has really nice hair.
At the record show.
It's very thick and...
Yeah.
It feels good to the hands, I would say.
Yeah. Better nickel for every time I heard that.
We're getting the comparison. Friends stroking me.
Yes. You're just... I would say that your hair is softer.
Okay.
Yeah.
My hair is just unruly.
The hair comparison?
The hair comparison.
Feature.
Hair versus hair.
Yeah, I think the most important thing is how it feels on your hands.
Do you do that to people, though? Do you, like, when you think about people's hair, do you think about how it feels? Or how it looks?
Well,
actually, hair is more looked at than feels.
Yeah, because, like, I don't just, like, when I greet someone, I don't, like, you know...
Right.
It's nice
but
to
then,
meet you.
I agree, but just now, feeling both your hair, I was like, whoa. Like, hair feels good. Just a touch. Like, yeah. And then, like...
Big realization.
And I got...
I'll get you, man. I'll get you.
And I love running my hands through my... Like, I know, like when I'm, like, thinking or, like, studying or something, I'll just, like... Just, like, constantly, like, just go, like, double hand action, just, like...
Oh, I do that.
Yeah, whatever.
Sure.
Yeah.
And that's one of the advantages of having longer-ish hairs. When it's really short, you can't really do that.
Right.
Although now the reason why I run my hands through my hair is to stop it from blocking my eyesight.
Oh, you're at that
true.
point.
Yeah, I might need like a headband or something. I don't know, man. Something like that.
I think in middle school that was like an issue. Because like all those like emo hairstyle, like Fall Out Boy, like all across their face sort of thing.
Yeah.
And like during PE, they're like, you can't be playing like tennis with like not being able to see. So they like make them wear sweatbands.
Right.
To like you know get their credit for the day.
It like negates the coolness.
I went to an all boys preppy private school, and lacrosse was a big thing there, and all the lax players with their flow, you know, their long hair in the back, and it's kind of like sticking out of their helmet. It's just like a lax thing for some reason, just like
the lettuce,
the vast amounts of hair in the back, and like they'd like just like have full conversations like solely about their flow. And it was just
I love it.
I don't get it, but whatever. Lacrosse. Like, do you guys watch professional lacrosse?
It's pretty cool.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, what the fuck? I watch it. No, actually, so I don't watch it, but like I saw, like, I've seen like YouTube videos, like top 10 highlights or whatever, and it's like it does look kind of lame until they do like cool like behind the back.
It's not an uncool sport. It's just like it's not like a widely watched or followed sport. It's like there's no
lamer version of hockey.
Yeah,
sure.
Just like ice hockey.
Yeah, it's like ice hockey. Well, field hockey's like I don't even know what the difference between that and lacrosse is. Honestly,
well, yeah, because like I guess you can't even. Yeah, like lacrosse, like you're not skating around, like you're not going that fast. I mean, you can run, but
you can like check each other, and like hit each other with the sticks.
Yeah,
and
true.
Stuff.
Well, like hockey, they like slam them against the wall. Like that's way more entertaining.
It's just such a big high school thing.
You want the blood sport?
Maybe I'm from the West Coast.
Yeah, at least in the East Coast, like at least where I'm from.
Sorry,
I'm from the Philly main line, and like. There are like all these big like regional lacrosse tournaments. And it's just like people think it's like the biggest thing ever. And like I had a little gig over the summer, right? I was filming these matches for money, and oh dear God, like these kids are such fucking douchebags. There's just like a certain like, and like I don't mean to like offend like my friends who play lacrosse, but like there seems to be like
there is
certain like personality like I don't know that like attracts the I don't know if it's the sport that attracts the personality or the personality that attracts the sport. I don't know what it is, but like
I mean it's a stereotype.
It's such a specific thing, and like you know, okay, good for you. You're really good at the sports. You're really passionate about it. That's great, but like that's not really a viable career option, I don't think, because is
for
lacrosse
sure,
an Olympic sport?
No, definitely not the Olympics.
I don't think
it's just like an American thing.
Yeah, it's an American East Coast thing. It's very.
So it's not a West Coast.
Weird.
I thought it was big on the West Coast for some reason.
No, okay. So my high school, the lacrosse team, started my sophomore year.
Okay,
that was the first time it had happened.
Okay.
And then I think our senior year they didn't have enough people for it, so it didn't happen again.
Oh, they just stopped it. Okay.
Yeah, but my friend was on it. He said it was pretty chill. It was because it wasn't a big deal. It didn't attract a lot of the douchey people, I guess.
Okay, yeah, I guess so.
I mean, I played football for a year in high school. That was awful. I really like football.
Yeah.
Is the thing, but people who play football.
Got you. Yeah. Stereotypically, they're the worst. Not all. Not everybody.
From my personal experience,
most football players I know, I really
like.
But
yeah. I mean, I had friends on the team, and I have so not all of them are bad, but I was just I don't want to.
Oh, throwback to E-Tower, where we had all those football recruits.
Did we?
Yeah. At least 6'4", 6'4".
6'4", we had a ton of them.
Yeah. I liked most of them.
No, yeah, they're really nice for the most part.
I wasn't close friend to them.
Really,
but they seemed like pretty chill dudes for the most part.
Cool guys, nice guys. Yeah.
The other problem with football is you just get injured so often, and then you're just expected to man up and go out there.
Yeah.
But there were times where people would get concussions, and then you'd be like, okay, coach, the doctor says I shouldn't play for a while, and they're like, we need you out there, man. And then they would go out there, and it's okay, you're
that's a serious
long-term brain health for you're this shitty high school football game,
right?
I mean, oh my
it's
God,
the weird priorities. Yeah. We have the same thing. Well, yeah. So it's not as obviously. So we're a little more. We don't care as much about this. So I'm on the rugby team, and we don't care that much about winning or being a good team. Obviously, we want to, but it's we're not super. I don't know. We're not a varsity sport, so but still, when I broke my jaw, I was coach, I think I broke my jaw, and he was like, no, I think it looks okay, go back in. It's just a weird thing about sports and I don't know.
Team first,
man. Exactly.
Team first.
Yeah. Which it makes sense for a lot of things, but yeah, it's it can get kind of weird and crazy.
So I was on the JV football team, and my school's awful at football. Just get that out.
Okay, yeah.
We are so bad. So our varsity was having a bad practice, and then they were we'll give them a morale booster. We'll have the varsity play JV.
Okay.
Which is absurd because in high school the varsity kids are 50% bigger. I'm scrawny now,
right.
but I was scrawnier then. And so I go out there and 3 plays in, I'm I pull my my groin or something because I got on the bottom of a pile, and I hobble off the sideline, and then I'm like, coach, I can't run. I did this, and he's like, man, you're just afraid of them because they're bigger than you. I'm like, yes, and I'm hurt. And until my coach thought I was a wimp, quote unquote, for the rest of the season.
Oh, fuck that guy.
That sucks. Yeah, but it's fuck that guy, but that's every coach.
Yeah, no, that's just the culture.
This is how it is.
There's a reason why there's a JV and
they were just shoving us to the ground and then scoring touchdowns as we play. It's why are they doing this stuff?
I mean, I'll be honest. I've had moments where one of my teammates got a concussion and brought himself out, and I was like, stop being so weak. I've had that thought. Yeah. And obviously it's okay, that's fucked up. But I remember I had that thought myself when in the heat of the moment. So
yeah.
It's just a mob mentality.
Exactly. Thing. Yeah. It's this game doesn't. It's winning this one game against this team from the school in central Pennsylvania. It's not. It does not matter in any way. Yeah. I don't know.
We gotta keep the trophy, man. We gotta keep whatever the name of the trophy is in the case in our hallway.
Yeah, but not. It's we lost the last 4 games, and now we're trying to not lose this game as badly. We're not gonna. Whatever. It's fine. Anyway,
it's a mental morale thing. I don't know.
It's weird. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, no. Sports was big in my high school. Our lacrosse team was number 1 in I don't know. Was it the state? Was it the country? I don't fucking know. But we have a really good lacrosse team. We have a really good football team. Okay, soccer team, I guess. I don't know about basketball. I don't know.
Was there like a big culture of like going to games?
Yes. School spirit was a big thing in our school. We had like we had a lot of students in charge of that, which was like actually pretty good for the student body, and like people like got really hyped at basketball games, and people like leading cheers and like doing fun stuff, and like it's like I don't give a shit about sports, but like I just like high energy crowds and like feeling one with the crowd, even though I hate all these fucking nerds, douchebags and whatnot. Yeah. I was not a happy high schooler, as you can tell. But yeah, it was a very sports driven culture, and I remember specifically like beginning of senior year when students were signing, like they were committing to colleges, because of either football or lacrosse or some other sport. And I remember like there was like this very small set of like students who are like more academically driven, and they were just like mad, like why are these yahoos getting like going to fucking like going like Georgetown and like all these Ivies and stuff for tackling people and stuff, and like and that caused like kind of a rift, and like I'm not sure if that'll ever be solved because people will just feel the way they feel. People will feel the way they feel.
Speaking about college,
yes,
Oz, are you excited to graduate? Dreading it?
So I think that at the beginning of this school year, I was like, fuck, man, I don't want to graduate. Like, I like college. I like my life. I don't want to, like, have it just end abruptly.
Yeah.
But now, like, I've, like, gotten to, like, this point, like, second semester, I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking done.
Oh, really? Like, just completely switch.
Yeah, I'm like definitely like phoning it in terms of like doing the minimal possible to still
yes.
But is that are you saying like just because like you're done with like the work and stuff, or
no, it's not just that. It was like so like during this is going to be some minor hate. So I was an orientation counselor.
There's a lot of hate in this episode.
Yeah. Oh. I was an orientation counselor, and there's some parts of orientation that are, like, great. Like, I'm like, this is really cool, this is really fun, this is really positive for, like, the first years and, like, for the community. And there's some things that I just, like, roll my eyes at, like, internally. And it's like, it's like my third person time being involved in orientation because I was a freshman. I'm just like, I don't need to, like... There's, like, this orientation, like they give gifts to, like, the HOCs, like all, like, the orientation leaders give it to, like, the head orientation counselors.
Yeah.
And they're, like, they buy these, like, shitty, like, $1 gifts from Target and then, like, cry as they, like, hand them. They're like, this is a Beanie Baby. We got it for you because it was purple and $1 and we're mudged in purple.
Sure.
And they just, like, talk about how, like, meaningful interactions they've had in the last, like, 3 days of training and how they're, like, so life-changing.
Right.
It's like, that's fine, but, like, I don't need to sit there for 2 hours while you do that.
Can I go get a sandwich?
That was just, like, a microcosm of, like, there's a lot of dumb things in college that I'm, like, okay with being done with.
Got you.
Yeah, and, like...
I gotcha.
I don't know. I don't want to use the word circle jerk, even though I just did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of orientation can feel like that, for sure.
Yeah.
I was definitely done with orientation, like after sophomore year. I was like, no, I don't want to do this anymore.
That's fair.
It's great. I thought it was great freshman year, and then after that, I was like, I don't want to be in this anymore.
There's just like such a, and I've only been like figuring this out recently, having like stepped away from the process and like watching other people talk about and watching other people get involved and other people complain. But like there's like this layer of like, like orientation at Carnegie Mellon is like its own sort of culture and like with its own like layer of controversy that's brought up like every single year.
Yeah.
But you know what's great? Okay, so because I feel like that's a weird week.
1 week. It's 1 week.
But then, because it's like the 1 week where you're at college with a bunch of people that, like, but not like that when you have no responsibilities. As long as you're not like an OC or anything, and you're like, I'm saying like for the freshmen, like they have like no responsibilities, and it's kind of annoying because you don't. it's not like these are all your friends because you never met or most of these people before. Yeah. So it would like
just have orientation again.
Right.
But
well, that's because so like the week after finals, before graduation, is gonna be like nice. we'll have literally zero responsibilities, but we're forced to be here for that week.
Yeah.
I'm like super looking forward to that week.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're gonna like do, I don't know.
We're going to burn down buildings.
I don't want to get specific there because I don't really know.
Yeah.
I want to burn down Hammerschlag.
Let's not burn anything down because
never mind.
You might not graduate. You might get arrested.
Yeah, I've always wanted to be, like, in Pittsburgh during the summer because there's, like, so many things I, like, want to do, but, like, never have time to.
Pittsburgh in the summer is great. It's warm, it's gorgeous, people are here,
there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, no, I do it, man. I'm probably going to stay here until my lease ends in middle of July, so...
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure what my plan is for summer at all, but...
Oz, do you have about anything about, like, plans after graduation at all?
So I'm going to physics grad school, PhD programs.
Woo!
I'm just trying to make my decision. Like, have been accepted to places. I'm just picking where I want to go.
Oh, okay. Are you still applying to places? Or
no.
Okay.
So like heard back from everywhere. So I'm leaning towards Johns Hopkins.
Johnny H.
to Duke. Those are probably the two I'm most leaning towards.
Nice.
Dope.
Yeah.
Cool. That sounds like fun. Or it sounds like great. I don't know.
Sounds like fun. It's
not for me.
It sounds like great.
But
yeah. Great 6 years.
Yeah. Damn, 6 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's cool. Oh, wait, so Oz, you're saying there's things in Pittsburgh that you feel like you don't have time to do?
Yeah, I just feel like, I don't know. So I went to...
Bucket list.
Yeah. Well, I went to my first concert I've ever been to in Pittsburgh, like, a week ago.
Oh, wow.
Like, dumb. Like, I should have gone to concerts more. Oh, God. I went to see Young Lean.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Alright, so I don't know
how to explain. Is he local?
No, he's like a rapper who's like internet famous for being kind of really bad.
Okay.
So like,
no way.
Yeah. So he's this like,
oh, that's my kind of guy.
When he got famous, he was this like 15-year-old Swedish guy who like he raps in front of like a green screen with like Pokemon cards like flying in the background.
Oh my
He's
God.
really into early 2000s like pop culture.
Yeah.
And he drinks like Arizona iced tea and stuff like that.
What's his most famous songs?
His most famous song is probably "Hurt." It's like "I'ma make you hurt." It's really, he's amazing in a lot of ways.
Okay.
So I went with my
friend. He's unique.
Yeah. So I went with my friend Donovan, and we're like, we both think he's like really funny and kind of a joke.
Yeah.
But we're like...
Of course Donovan would
that.
Oh, yeah. That sounds
Shout out to Donovan.
Yeah.
But we were like, are people at this concert also going to think that? And the answer is no. It was like a bunch of guys from like Pitt, like all these white frat boys from Pitt.
Yeah.
We're like, fuck yeah, Young Lee's going to be lit, guys.
Yeah,
like really into him.
Like loving
it was a really funny experience.
Does this guy know that he's bad?
No, because he's like bad, but then if you listen to him enough, you like start to think he's good too. I can't tell at this point.
It's just he's got his own. Yeah. He's got his own
so one of his lyrics is my favorite lyric is, "I'm Warhol, I'm Wario when I'm in Mario Kart." Like, that's the kind of shit he writes.
Oh, what a fucking poet!
Yeah.
Wait,
I was like, is he like the Tommy Wiseau of music or something? Like, what is this guy?
That's a great fucking line.
You should look him up. He's quite something.
Shit.
I also want to like, is he like a weird dude? That's what I want to know. Is it like talking to him as a person? I could imagine.
So Donovan was there for the Cut magazine, so he was gonna interview him, but then it ended up not working out, which is really disappointing.
Yeah. Okay.
We were also like, we have no idea what this concert's gonna be like because he's 19 now, and so like he's not like awkward as when he was 15. So he came out.
Did he know he was that young?
Yeah.
That's so
he got famous
really
when he was
young.
like 15.
Oh my God, bless him.
So the stage was covered in these like tacky Halloween decorations, and then he came out with like hospital like scrubs on, and then just like random, like, blood spattered all over him, which he did not acknowledge at all.
He didn't explain.
He didn't explain why that was a thing. Like, it doesn't fit with any of his music.
That's perfect.
And, like, his personality was, like, not, like, trying to be creepy at all. He was just like, hello, everyone. Like, this is such a beautiful night. Like, thank you all for being here, Pittsburgh. Like, he has this funny, like, Swedish accent.
That's a good Swedish accent.
Yeah, and he just, like... He was like, can we get the lights up so I can see everyone's beautiful faces in the audience? And then he would just, like, launch into, like, his, like, dumbass lyrics, and everyone... It was really fun. It was so stupid, though.
That's amazing.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. This is amazing.
And that's your only
That's my only concert I've been to. So think if I was here for a full summer, all the silliness.
Yeah, you might see someone good. You know?
Maybe.
I would know because I feel like not as many people come through Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So, like, we get, like, the slim pickings. But then people come here when it's great when they do.
I want to see a comedian.
Yeah, sometimes they do.
I think we missed, like, Trevor Noah this month. I think, I want to say Louis C.K. was here, like, a year or two ago.
I know Aziz Ansari was here. Mariana was so hyped for that.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. No,
but,
she had, like, a religious experience, I think, when she went. She's like, it was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that...
I'll add that to my bucket list from last week's episode. Yeah. What are you about to say?
I don't know. I know that, like, we get some good people, and, like, I don't know. Now that, like, I was talking to Donovan about working at the Cut, and he's like, yeah, like, you just get free concert tickets, like,
that's dope.
Constantly. Because, like, no one has time to, like, go see shows. They're like, oh, I want to cover the show. And they're like, sure, here's tickets. Like,
here you go.
Really, yeah.
That's dope.
It sounds really cool. But... Too late in the game, man.
Too late.
Well, so let's think about it. Do you like?
I'm getting too old for this shit.
Do you like looking back on your experience in this town and in this school? Do you like Pittsburgh?
Yeah, no, I like Pittsburgh a lot. I think it's really funny because whenever I like go home to California, then I'm like, oh, like Pittsburgh, and they're like, oh,
right,
Pittsburgh.
More
you go
like
to school at
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh,
yeah,
like because it's just like you have no idea what it's like until you come here. I think,
yeah,
so much Pittsburgh shaming.
Yeah, because you think it's like this old like steel town, like gray shit.
What decade is it?
but like no one knows like what Pittsburgh is like.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like Pittsburgh a lot.
Yeah.
What about Carnegie Mellon? These are these deep questions.
Carnegie Mellon?
Yeah.
I like CMU. I think it's been good. I think that my first year here was probably my roughest. And it took some time to, like, adjust to it. But after that, it's been really, really good for me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's a good place for everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely not for everyone, but I think
it's not easy, I think, like a lot of schools are.
Right.
In terms, not just, like, in terms of workload, but, like, socially, you have to, like, really work because people are, like, more introverted here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And, like, there's just a lot of, like, negative things in CMU culture, like stress culture and stuff that, like, it's really easy to fall into if you don't actively, like, think about and, like, work on, I think.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's a good way to put it.
But there's a lot of really amazing things,
right,
too. Like, people are really cool and really passionate about really strange things.
Yeah.
And, like, there's a lot of things to, like, get involved in and stuff, but you just have to, like, it's not going to happen for you. You have to, like, go out there and do it.
Work for it. That was eloquently
Make
put.
your dreams come true.
Yeah.
Carnegie Mellon.
True. No, but it's really like my heart is in the work. But it's not just like for work or academic stuff. It's like, oh yeah, you gotta like work for.
Oh, you know the thing about
that? Work?
I'm sorry, dude.
You know the thing about that quote? I found out like a couple weeks ago. I was talking to Sandage actually from our Roots. We're all in the Roots of Rock and Roll class together.
Yes.
I hate to go to his freaking office hours.
His office hours are really cool. So what he said is that expression, "my heart is in the work," was referring to Andrew Carnegie wanted to make college tuition free for all CMU students. And so his heart was in the work of making that a reality. And then it's just funny because like...
we have really high tuition.
We have very, very high non-free
2016!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe with that big lawsuit, they'll make more scholarships.
Oh, yeah, I know.
The Marvell thing? Or?
Yeah, the Marvell thing. They got like $280 million the school did.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Please, Subra.
Yeah.
Please, Subra.
Hashtag Subra, give us money.
Speaking of Marvel, I saw a DC movie.
Nice. These transitions are killing.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to talk about it in detail because I'm guessing you two have not seen it.
Yeah.
Also, we're running out of time. But I saw.
We can wrap up with this.
I wrote an article for the website about how Man of Steel, like specifically why Man of Steel disappointed me. And I was like, oh man, they better get Batman v Superman right. And they didn't get it right. They did not get it right. See, and I'll probably write something about that soon.
I've heard, you don't have to go into depth about it, but I've heard from almost like unanimously that it was not a good movie. But like, how badly did they not get it? Like, how was it?
So it could have been very simple and straightforward, but they just kept adding all these extra layers and subplots and random things that might contribute to character motivation, but it didn't really make any sense at the end.
Okay.
And like Lex Luthor's entire role does not make a lick of sense. He does he moves the whole movie, and nothing he did made any sense at all. And I'm going to write a Facebook post tonight probably, and I'll make it public so people can see it. But instead of writing a review, I'm just going to write down the list of questions that I have for this movie. Like, wait, why did this happen? What's going on with that? But I don't know. I went to the subreddit for the DC movies, and everyone's just in fucking denial of this movie.
Like they really
yeah, but
really?
they don't talk about the plot. They just talk about I loved it when Wonder Woman showed up. I loved it when Batman Superman fought. But that's all they talked about. I'm like, I loved the imagery and the religious comparisons and stuff like that.
Which I'm surprised about because I feel like comic book fans are the first people to be like, if it's not
they
good,
poke holes in everything,
right?
Yeah.
But if they want to like a movie, then they're going to blindly I am the biggest Marvel fan ever, but I was not big into Age of Ultron, and I went to the Marvel subreddit, and everyone was in denial. It was like, oh, they have best Marvel movie ever. It was it's not even the second or third or even fifth best Marvel movie,
yeah.
But I don't know, a year later, I think people on that subreddit are a lot more lukewarm to that movie, so I think it's just a time thing. But I don't know, because people are they're making fake IMDb accounts to give the movie 10 out of 10 ratings.
Wow.
And and people were trying to bump up the user Rotten Tomatoes score before it even came out. So now it's 30-something from the critics and 80-something from the regular people. It's ridiculous. And it's not a disconnect from real people versus critics. It's just it's just fanboys just wanting to make their movie look good for some reason.
Damn. Okay, well I guess.
But that's the final word on that. I'll write something about it because fuck that movie.
Look for that on the Bad Haircast website or Bad Haircut
website.
You know what? We're taking over.
Haircuts.
With a court.
It might be a Facebook post. I don't know if I want to waste time writing
Bad Haircats.
Cats. Yeah, or spin-off.
Where we talk about feline hair
balls.
I am allergic to cat fur. I guess I can't be in this podcast.
Okay, I guess it's time to wrap things up. Thanks for listening.
Well, you want to give a shout out for the theme?
Yeah. Who gave us the intro? It's a good intro.
Many a year ago.
Yeah. Settle in, boys.
Long ago.
So, back in my all-boys private preppy high school, the seniors are given a month off at the end of the semester to work on senior graduation projects. And this can be anything. This can be anything that if you have to write a proposal this will help my life experience, or this will help the community in this way. So I did a 70-minute long documentary about my school's community.
That's dope.
My high school
friends, talk about that in another
they
podcast.
Did I mean I'll put the link out somewhere. But my close high school friends, they made a narrative movie instead, which I acted in. Mm-hmm. I will not say the name of the movie because I don't want anyone to ever find this. So they directed the movie, and then another friend of mine, his senior project was to write the score for the movie.
Okay.
The Bad Haircast intro music is the intro music of this movie.
Cool.
And I thought it's just like the guy's name is Steve Motter.
Steve what?
Steve Molitor.
Steve Molitor.
He goes to Amherst if you want to stalk him. Great guy, probably my closest friend from high school. But yeah, he's also a good musician. He does computer science, but he also does music composition.
Word.
So yeah, I just stole his music. I just asked him, hey, can I use the movie title music?
Yeah.
For my podcast? I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. I was like, okay, cool.
Does it have a name, the song, or
intro?
Damn. But yeah,
and I have the rest of his score in case I want to steal that as well
for another movie.
Yeah, no, I mean they actually work pretty well as theme. So shout out to Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
Keep rocking on
in the free world.
Yeah, so that is the backstory of the music.
Well, thank you, Steve, for the use of our intro.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, that's going to do it for us. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Oz, for coming.
Thanks for having me on.
Of course. Anytime. Well, yeah.
Sign us out, Steve.